I'm Andrea Beaulieu. Today I want to talk a little bit about something that's a little bit different than maybe what I've been speaking to you about in terms of storytelling and presentation skills, but it's the same. It's in the neighborhood, and that is about authentic leadership, leading from that authentic self, and how storytelling and your story can help you connect with who that authentic self is and how you bring that out into your world. Because really, what is leadership? Well, we all lead our own lives. We all lead. And then we just take that out further in terms of how we impact other people. So we all have that in us. So when you think about that authentic self, that authentic leader, what is that for you? What are the values that you bring to it? And one of the ways to find that out is to look back in your life, maybe when you were a kid, and think about a story that made you want to do, that tells me or tells you, gives you an example of why you're doing what you're doing now, how you're leading in your world now. Let me give you an example. When I was a kid, I was about 5 years old. I stood in front of my entire school, seemed like a lot of people at the time, who knows, and I sang White Christmas. And I went on to do skits in my elementary classrooms. So right there, it was very clear I was going to sing and be a performer. And at the same time, I would go out in northern Arizona in the summers when we were at my parents' cabin, and I would write poetry and write stories. So right there, I was a writer, and I loved to create and to use words. And the coaching came around over time. The speaking, all of that communication stuff was very clear early on in terms of my work. And so I can connect the dots pretty easily to why I do what I do now. So what is that for you? Can you look back on a time and say, when I did this, I experienced this, and now I look at what I'm doing now, and here's how those two connect. Either with what you're doing specifically, or maybe it's just the qualities and the values or the use of certain skills or gifts that you have. Take a look at that and see how that authentic self of you, part of you, is being expressed. And if it's not, if you cannot connect the dots at all between something that was very important to you, very profound, very, very energizing when you were a child, and today, maybe there's something that's waiting to be expressed. That's part of you that wants to come out. So anyway, there you go. Just a thought for today. And I had a question for you. I'm thinking, I want to end these videos with some kind of a phrase, and I don't know what it is. So if you have any kind of idea that would match with ta-da, I would love to know what that is. So, see ya. Take care.